Hi, it's Rachel here to talk about Hyperdocs. What is a Hyperdoc and how do I make one? Simply speaking, a hyperdoc is a digital document with hyperlinks in it, but it's so much more than that. Innovative teachers are using hyperdocs to transform learning in their classroom. Here's a nice definition from the Cult of Pedagogy here. You can stop this video to view it. And here's also a nice visual that I'll speak to. Like I said, it's transformative. Hyperdocs are interactive and they're personalized, offering students choice in content, process, pace in our product, and they're engaging for the students. And so let's look at and explore some examples. There's a whole range of ways you can create hyperdocs, and we're going to look at a few. And then we'll talk about some design tools, and I'll show you some tips for how to get started on creating a hyperdoc. So let's start with learning cycle templates. This comes from a website called hyperdocs.co. It's a website that shares these templates to the public, which is great. So you can just go and make a copy and adapt it for your needs in the classroom. But you'll see it goes through all different stages of the lesson so students can move through at their own pace, hopefully offering choice along the way. Here's an example of how a teacher, let's get to the beginning of how a teacher adapted this template to do a lesson on social justice poetry, including links, including questions, offering a little bit of direct instruction, and offering ways for students to submit their final products. And here then are some that offer choice in content and product. So here you have some 6 speeches that students can choose from to evaluate. And then students can choose to respond to one question set and they can write the response here. Here's another example of choice in content. There are 6 poems here for an analysis of tone, and each of these are linked to a Google Doc with the poem in it. You have some guiding questions, and then a choice in how students can process their thinking, free write, small group, an inductive organizer, record their ideas, and all of these links go to students' assignments to do that. Here is a playlist. We've heard this term. A playlist is a hyperdoc in itself, of course. You have a whole range of resources that are on a similar topic. For example, this is about blending learning in the English classroom. And you can include the images and then here on the resource column, and then have an option for a space for students to take notes. You can even offer some guiding questions. This is a lot here for students. So really think about your end user. You may want to start with 3 or 6 resources. I also want to show you how hyperdocs are used to facilitate the writing process. And so I don't know if this is an English example, but it just shows how you can have a place for all the different points of the writing process for a specific task. Students can explore mentor text, there's how-to videos, and this is a really great way to help differentiate pace and just have a one-stop shop for students to go to for resources and thinking and guidance on their writing. Here's an advanced version of this roadmap for the writing process. This is used by a colleague of mine. This is for a grade 12 narrative. These are all linked here, and again, offering choice in so many areas. So that was a lot. Those were a lot of examples, and all of these are linked here. And I do want to say that this whole hyperdoc in itself is linked in the comment section of this video. So let's talk about some instructional and design considerations before I show you how to make one. Here are some questions to consider as you create a hyperdoc, really ensuring that the hyperdoc is used to help students reach a learning goal and to further their learning. So you can stop the video here and review these questions. Some design tips. It's really important to be clean and concise, high color contrast, clear and readable fonts, space between content, reduce clutter, simple instructions. It's very important that when students open your Hyperdoc, they're not put off by too many words, clutter, weird coloring. If you look at something and just can't make sense of it because it's too much, then your students will as well. So really think about being clear and concise. And so I'm going to speak to how to make a page color background, some fonts, how to create tables, insert hyperlinks, and add images. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. So blank slate, this is a sample Hyperdoc, if I can spell. And I want to do a title on the Hyperdoc here. And for title fonts, these are the fonts I like to include with a little personality, like permanent marker or cabin sketch. I would not use permanent marker for my instructions for students. Let's center it here. And then we get to the fun part, the page background. So to change the color of the page, you go to File, Page Setup, Page Color. And these ones up here, these nice soft ones are really good. The grays are nice here. Sometimes these bold or dark colors are great as well if you really want to make some content pop. Avoid the fluorescents. Those are just not nice to look at. Also, this red is just not nice to look at in the back. So I'm feeling the purple today. Hit the page color. Okay, bam, it's there. All right, so I want to include some instructions. And I'm maybe 14 here. So some of the instruction fonts, Varela Round is one of my favorites to use. So let's choose that. And, instructions, Okay, so I want to offer some choice in content. And so before I add the content, I'm going to create a table. So insert table, let's do 4 rows. And you see how the table just kind of bleeds into the background? I want to make it pop a little bit. So I'm going to highlight the whole table. I'm going to go to More, find this paint bucket, and click the white. And I like the lines to be a little thicker, so I'm going to do 1.5. That's nice. If I wanted to change the lines, I could click on this pencil if I wanted to. So here I want to add, a text option, and I have already a Google Doc created with a poem on it. And so I'm going to make sure that I've made it shareable to everybody in Montgomery County. That includes students, and that means anybody can view it. Make sure it's view only and not edit, so students can't change it. And I'm going to copy this here. So, let me be more clear. I highlight this, do Control C. I go back to my Hyperdoc, highlight whatever I want to hyperlink. I go up to this little link icon, and right here, I go Control V, click Apply, and bam, it's right there. Now, if I wanted students to have their own personal copy of this, I'm going to go to Change. I'm going to take away the edit and write Copy. Click Apply. Now, if I click on this, it's going to force a copy every time a student clicks on this link. And so they have their own copies, annotate, play around with. All right, so there's one text. I think I want my next text to be from an external website. And so I have it here from Common Lit, another poem. I'm just going to take this URL, Control C, and highlight the text. And you got it. Click the link, Control Paste, bam, it's there. And so I want to offer 2 texts, and I also want to offer 2 videos. So I'm going to do a video here. And I have this TED Talk, and I'm going to highlight, Control C, and link, Control V, and it's there. But I want to get a little fancy and include an image of this TED Talk. So I'm going to do a screenshot. It's Control Shift, and it's this middle button. It's this box with the 2 lines next to it. I'm going to click that and go here and drag. And yeah, that looks good. And now I just let go and look at the Chromebook already has a screenshot. I'm going to say copy to clipboard, go back to my Hyperdoc, Control V. Here we go. And I'm going to make it smaller. And, I can center it if I want to. And then I also want to link this image. So the image is already highlighted. For some reason, the link icon jumps all the way over here with images. So I find that. And, I need to go back and get my link. Welcome to this process. And apply. And so here I am. And now I realized I kind of want some instructions on top of this box. So I'm going to insert a row above. And to do that, I'm going to right click, go insert row above. And then I want to merge this cell. So I highlight both, right click again, merge cell. And then I want to say, choose one text and one video. And then, I want to center it and I want to make this instruction pop out a little bit. So I'm going to highlight this whole row here, if it'll let me. There you go. Go back to more. Go back to that paint box. And since I already have a purple theme going, I'm going to just choose a darker purple. But then you'll notice I lose my text here. Again, I want high contrast. So I'm going to go to the A here for font, for text color, and choose white. And bam, it pops. And so then after this, I could add a table for questions for them to synthesize these 2 texts. And so I'm just going to Control C, copy what I've already created because, save time. And then I'll just take out some of these things here. And I think I don't even want 2 columns. So I'm going to right click again, delete column. And then I'm just going to add my guiding questions. And then, change my instructions to, answer the questions below or something, if I can get it. So you see how the process goes here. But these are the main processes I use to begin to put together a Hyperdoc. So thanks for sticking with me. Again, this Hyperdoc is linked in the comments below, so you can access all of the resources I have here. And go ahead and create your own. And happy Hyperdoc making. Thanks. Have a great day.